Good evening. Great to have you with us tonight. I'm Joe Donlon.
And I'm Erica Sargent. Tonight we are live in Highland Park as this community prepares for the one-year remembrance of the shooting that killed 7 people and injured dozens more.
The hope is that by reclaiming the town and its parade route as well, this city can continue its journey to heal. The 4th of July parade has been a staple in this community for more than 50 years, bringing generations of families to the town's main square.
A scene that was shattered last 4th of July. This year, a memorial and moment of silence will be held for the victims. Katie Goldstein, Irina McCarthy and her husband Kevin, Jackie Love Sundime, Stephen Strauss, Nicholas Toledo, and Eduardo Uvaldo. In the days and weeks after the shooting, we shared their stories and survivor struggles.
Now, 1 year later, as they move forward, it's important to remember and reflect. I recently sat down with the police chief, the fire chief, and the hospital administrator who coordinated the response that day last year, and that's where we start tonight.
Starting off as a really beautiful July 4th morning.
Usually it's a peaceful parade, but I noticed the police officer cocked his head and listened to his radio and did a second take, and then suddenly I saw him throw his water bottle, turn around and run full speed back towards downtown.
I was with my family just a couple of minutes earlier. I said my goodbyes to them because I had something to attend to and kind of started walking towards City Hall when I did hear what I knew was unmistakably gunfire.
So I remember getting a phone call from one of my team members to say, Gabrielle, we have a person at that point who's walked into the hospital with a gunshot wound. 2 minutes later, I get another phone call that says, we have 2 or 3.
When you find yourself thinking about what happened, is there one incident, one person, one thing that haunts you?
Yes. There was one patient whose hearing aids I had to keep, and I had to keep his belongings in a bag for the FBI, and his hearing aids were putting off a really high-pitched noise, and I had nightmares about that probably for a week because it was such a distinctive, piercing sound, and I couldn't get it out of my mind, and so whenever I hear a pitch like that, it brings me back to that place. But that's the moment, that is something that replays in my mind often.
Did he survive?
He did not.
You weren't able to give him his hearing aids back?
No, we had to give his hearing aids to his family.
Nobody that got hired in Highland Park thinks they'll be a combat medic. That day it felt like we were. Yeah, it felt like we were at war.
Can you talk about how the community responded and how everyone responded?
Everybody really did work collectively in this, and it was something to see. Again, people working shoulder to shoulder.
Shortly after the incident, we actually asked other towns to come and cover our stations so that way we could be there for each other and walk through some of the pains and debrief that we experienced that day. And those offers have continued to be there.
I also think about the strength and resilience of my team at Highland Park Hospital, the strength and resilience of Lou and Joe's teams, and how we came together as a collective community and saved people's lives that day.
How do you prepare for that?
No, unfortunately, the threat's been real for a while. As far as active shooters situations, it's not foreign to our narrative. So we always planned just in case, you know, and we did rescue task force drills together with our PD. So,
Lou, I'm sure you've been contacted by a lot of departments now that you have this unfortunate experience. What do you tell people as far as training?
Absolutely, training is key, you know, to you navigating and successfully mitigating any type of instance like this. And for us, certainly, we've benefited from those poor communities that have gone before us. So, you know, each and every time something like this happens, there are takeaways, there are lessons to be learned, and we've tried to make sure that we've opened ourselves up to those lessons, you know, as these things have happened across the country. And our hope is to pay that forward, that anything that we were able to share or are able to share with communities going forward, that they too will be able to take something, you know, away.
Gabrielle, someone calls you in your similar position in another city and says, what's the most important thing I need to know? What do you tell them?
That being in public service and being in healthcare is a calling, and we have a responsibility to do whatever we can to support our communities and one another, and that the team that's around you will absolutely rise to the occasion.
Yeah, the strongest steel goes through the hottest fire, so there's no doubt that our community enduring this together and processing it together and moving forward together has made the community stronger. I mean, there were people that were huddled together that they never knew, you know, in the basements of stores in our business district for hours and hours. There were business owners that took in people, you know, and locked the door and protected them. So, yeah, it's a special place. It really is, and it's unfortunate that these circumstances have happened. But to watch and see how uplifting it is for everybody to pull together, that has been, you know, that's been meaningful.
I was so impressed with all three of them. You heard the emotion in all of their voices and
Yes.
shared some very personal stories. They did talk a lot about the importance of training, and that's how they were able to react despite the chaos that was happening around them last year. They also said it was important that these relationships were in place beforehand. They've been out on ride-alongs together.
Right.
They'd been in meetings together. As the hospital administrator, Gabrielle, there said, this was not the first day we had met. And they said that was also critical to how they all came together and played a role in their response.
It's a situation you never want to be in, but when you are prepared.
Right, and they were.